That was your first ever varsity game, varsity start. Were you nervous?
Yeah, I was really nervous. I was kind of scared.
Hey everybody, welcome back to El Paso's Finest Hour. My name is Alex Sanchez and I'm here with my co-host Marley Lopez, and we are actually bringing you our very first special guest, Joseph Cox, Eastwood's starting quarterback. So Joe, really, how you feeling right now? How you doing? Glad to have you on the podcast, brother.
I'm good. Just tired.
Yeah, I bet. So just walk us through it, because, I mean, we see the leg brace. So, I mean, eye catcher, you know. Walk us through what happened. Talk to us.
Well, I mean, it started off at the game. We went for a touchdown, and I had already planted, and some guy got thrown into my knee, and, like, his head hit my knee, and everything popped out of place. All my ligaments ripped and everything. So, yeah, that's what happened.
So, first and foremost, I want to say how sorry I am to hear about the injury you sustained during the homecoming game. But we're also very grateful to have you here and talk about the things that people haven't heard, people want to know about you, and just things that, the positive things that came out of this.
Yeah.
So, really, that play, what happened? Walk us through it. Like, what happened exactly? How did the play?
Well, we needed a score, so Coach Lopez pulled me aside, said that we were going for a touchdown. We had a wide go on it, and I look off the safety, I look back to Jude, I throw the ball, and I'm already planted, so my weight's on my left foot. And as I'm throwing, I feel some guy come in through the left side of my knee, and then, yeah, that's what happened. Like, he came through and, like, kind of dove, or like his head came and hit my knee.
Really, I mean, did you know your season was done?
Yeah.
Yeah,
As soon as it hit, like, I knew. Like, I saw my kneecap over here. There was, like, an indent on my knee. I couldn't straighten it. I couldn't move it. It was just straight pain.
So, recovering from an injury like this is both physical and emotional. How did you initially cope with knowing the idea that your season was over?
Just family and God. I knew that this was his path, so I knew I had to keep on my head straight, keep on going, keep on pushing forward.
And sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm just wondering, how has this injury affected the environment and the relationship with your teammates? Have you been able to still go out and support them? Because obviously the season was far from over during that game with El Dorado.
Yeah, I mean, I come out every Friday. I try to come out every Friday, show them that I'm still here for support. I give the younger quarterbacks, like, I try and teach them, like, kind of like the ways on how to, like, move the offense, you know? But, yeah, I feel like it kind of brought us closer because I'm talking to everybody now. Like, when I was in season, it was just the offense, but now I'm talking to, like, defense and offense now. So, yeah, it brought us closer.
That's good.
And mentally, really, how you doing right now with it all? I mean, I know it sucks, the fact that it was your, fourth game as a starter, and now your season is done. How does that make you feel?
I mean, it's sad. Like, it really is sad. There's been times where I've just, like, didn't know what to do, but I had to realize that it was God's plan. So now it's my head's on straight, so I'm fine.
And your plans after college, for college, are you planning on playing college ball, or how's that going to go after high school?
Yeah, I'm planning on playing college ball. I'm talking to colleges. My Coach Lopez is helping me with colleges. But if not, then I'm going to Coast Guard.
Coast Guard. That's cool. That's really good to hear that you have plans after this and you're not letting this hold you down. Really, that is. And with the doctors and all that, like, how did that go surgery-wise and recovery? How's that going now?
Well, surgery, that was bad. It took them 4 hours for surgery. Yeah, and then recovery, it was a little bit worse. Everything got inflamed super bad, and then my knee was puffy. I couldn't move it at all. Like, my muscles, like, getting smaller, so it's harder to move it sometimes. But I'll be fine.
How long is the recovery process estimated to be?
A year.
A year?
Yeah, a year until I'm fully, like, all my muscles back and I could be able to walk again.
Because it's not just your ACL, right?
No.
What else is it?
My ACL, my MCO, my PCO, my meniscus. I had a bucket tear in my meniscus, and then I fractured my tibia.
So all that combined is going to make it, because the ACL is what, like 9 months, no?
Yeah.
So everything else is what's making it a year?
Yeah.
Damn, man. I'm sorry to hear about that. Really am. On the bright side, let's talk about your 3 games before. you know, you were killing it. So, yes, obviously, everyone wants to know about the injury. But before that, you played against Bosco, you played against Chapin, and you played against Odessa and part of Eldo. And you really did kill it. I mean, winning two of the three out of those first 3 games. How does that make you feel, really?
I mean, I feel like I left a lot of it, but I still feel like I had more in me to keep on putting out on the field.
And that Odessa game, actually, I want to spin back to that. You guys went in and final drive, 2 minutes remaining, going down the field, winning with 8 seconds left on the clock. How did you feel before that drive? Like, were you confident knowing we were going to go and win that game?
Yeah, I mean, when Coach Hernandez came up to me, said, let's win this game, and I knew that every day I practiced, when we had the 2-minute drill, we were ready.
Yeah.
So I knew we were just going to drive the ball down. I knew that defense was nothing like our defense, so
Yeah.
I knew we were going to be good.
That's real good to hear. I mean, really. And at halftime, being down the touchdown, what went through your head? Were there thoughts of the game over, or you were like, nah, we're still in it?
No, I knew we were still in it because, like, I knew our defense was struggling, but I knew that they could help us. And then I knew that all my wide receivers were good, so I knew that we were going to be good. I knew that we were going to be fine.
Awesome, really.
I'm sure having that like positive outlook is really important as a quarterback, and I'm sure that was a vital part of the team's success. How do you feel about the team's success, or the team's how they've been doing without you?
Well, I mean, it's not just me, because how do I say this? Without me, like, yeah, we took some hard losses, but I feel like the team could still recover without me. And there's also other vital players that aren't there that are hurt too.
Yeah, that is a great point. I mean, you guys lost. You lost Fabian Penaloza. You guys lost. Victor got hurt this last game. I mean, you guys have a lot of injury right now.
Even Alex
Sanchez.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, Eastwood football has definitely lost a lot of amazing players that were vital parts in the team.
And another question, because I mean, you guys played Bosco, St. John Bosco, number 3 team in the nation, number 2 right now, actually.
Yeah.
That was your first ever varsity game, varsity start. Were you nervous?
Yeah, I was really nervous. I was kind of scared.
I bet.
At first, when we got there, the nerves set in, and I was like, all right, I have to like get all the nerves out, or else I won't play good.
Yeah.
And it really didn't kick in until halftime, when I realized that I was still like playing, that I knew I was going to be fine. I wasn't going to get hurt. So that's when we actually started scoring, was the second half, when it settled in my mind that I was going to be fine.
Yeah, and I mean, takes a lot of trust in your O-line, really. I mean, they're blocking these D1 huge Samoan guys. I mean,
yeah, number 1 ranked in the country.
Yeah, that's scary. And did you have that trust? Do you have that connection with your O-line?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I know my center and my left tackle, they never let me get hit.
But that's only 2 of the 3. What about the other 3?
Nah, they slip up sometimes. No, I'm just playing. No, they're good. My O-line, I think I had the best O-line that Eastwood's ever seen. But, it's just the little mistakes that killed us, but we were fine with it. Like, we were fine.
Yeah.
The offense still moved with all the mistakes that we had, and we had very little, so it was fine.
Yeah, I mean, that's great to hear that you were so positive about it. I mean, trust like that is what you do need, and
It's a very significant part of being a team and getting the win.
Yeah.
And another question, you may have not really had the actual spot as a captain, but do you feel you were a captain on the team and still are?
Yeah, I felt like I had a role as a captain because I was a starting quarterback, but I felt like when I got out, it kind of pushed me more to be a captain, because now I have to actually teach these guys like the ways to go, and like with Kingston and Ethan and Andre, I had to like actually like help them through what they need to know.
Yeah.
So I feel like it has brought me to be more of a captain now.
That's really good to hear.
That's great to hear, and also because we're seniors, so we're leaving this year. You're leaving behind what they're going to do next year, which I feel like a lot of people don't think about, but it's good that you are. It's very admirable.
Honestly, I think you have one of the more upcoming stories and one of the bigger stories coming out of Eastwood, really. You were, JV 3 years, come in, your senior year, get the starting spot over people who everyone thought it was going to be Ethan Camacho. to start this year. And then you kind of just came from behind and took the spot and ran with it until the injury, sadly. But, I mean, it's still a crazy story, you know? I mean, you started, killed it the first 4 games, and then season-ending injury. I mean,
Yeah.
Can you just give us a little bit of how it was freshman year to now?
Well, I mean, freshman year, they had me on gold team. I wasn't even seeing the field at all. And then I went to JV, and I still wasn't seeing the field. I got moved to linebacker. And then last summer, I knew that I had to do something because it was my senior year.
Yeah.
So it was straight football workouts, working out on my own, running, conditioning, eating great. You know, I had to flip some switch that, like, helped me separate me from the other competition. And it did. It worked. It showed off. But then, you know, this injury just held me back.
It sucks.
I mean, it really shows what like hard work and dedication can do for any athlete of any sport. Really, when you lock in, it really shows. Yeah.
And over the summer, I mean, really, when was it that you saw you had to really step it up if you wanted to get this spot? When was it?
When they started talking about 7-on-7.
Yeah.
As soon as they started talking about 7-on-7, I knew that if I held the spot there, that they would tell the coaches and they would get me a leverage against the other guys.
Yeah.
And I knew that as soon as we started playing 7-on-7 and they started like showing me that they wanted me to have the spot, that was the time that I had to like fully commit to it.
And besides working with like the guys and working with the team and coaches and all that, summer workouts, what did you do on your own? Where did you go? Did you have trainers? Did you go to a gym? Where did you go really?
Yeah, I went to Top View and 3D. So like 3D was a bunch of mechanics for my arm, and Top View was like strength and conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what helped me too. And then just going to the field on my own, practicing my accuracy with the nets and everything. That's what really helped me.
3D, isn't that a baseball place? Yeah, so
Yeah.
it just really translated to the field.
Yeah, like it was a bunch of mechanics with my arm.
Yeah.
They go a lot with Aaron Rodgers and his mechanics.
Uh-huh.
So that's what helped me, and they have a lot of like stuff in there to help me throw.
That's really good to hear. And talking about college again, I mean, if you had the chance to play ball somewhere, is staying in Texas an option, or would you want to leave Texas?
Anywhere.
Anywhere?
I just want to play.
You just want to play
I
again?
just want to play.
That's really good to hear. I like hearing the positivity out of you. Really do.
It's really about like the passion for the sport, you know. It doesn't matter where you go. It's just about being able to be on a field and be a part of a team and be able to contribute and have that opportunity, because not many people do.
Yeah.
So moving on, what like message do you have to give to your coaches, your teammates, your fans that maybe they haven't been able to hear from you?
Just thank you for the support, and I love everybody. Like, I love everybody that's helped me through this. And yeah, just thank you guys.
Sweet.
That's good, really. I mean, I feel like it's rough. It's really rough to just get so excited about a season and then come out so early like that.
Yeah.
Do you think do you think the season would have been differently if you were still on the field?
Yeah, 100%.
100%. You think you would have flipped the script?
Yeah, I don't think we would have lost.
No. Awesome.
I mean, I don't even think that's a question, you know, coming from your quarterback who's such a vital part of the team, and like you had already so much connections with so many teammates, your receivers, and to lose you like that so traumatically and so dramatically, like it's very hard.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we would have had a winning record right now. I think we would have been celebrating this week because of the win that we would have had last week, but it's all right.
And you got hurt homecoming game. So there's a lot.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people watching you. What did people tell you, like at school and anywhere really? Like, what have been all the comments that you've heard?
Just keep my head up, and then everybody asked me what happened, what ligaments got torn. But yeah, just a lot of it is positive. So that's why I thank everybody, because they always try and positive, like positive reinforcement. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. And I mean, I had to take you to homecoming because you couldn't drive.
Yeah.
That was funny. That was really funny. I mean, had you in your wheelchair.
That was an amazing night. That was a fun night.
And now, I mean, you're on crutches, obviously, but are you on them all the time?
No, I still use my wheelchair.
You still use a wheelchair?
Yeah, my leg hurts sometimes. So, like, whenever I go to the games on Friday, I'll be in my wheelchair so I could just sit down the whole time, and I'll just roll around, watch the guys play.
It's good to hear that you're doing better and you're out. I mean, it sucks just being in the house,
Yeah.
recovering. It's good to be out recovering,
Mhm.
So it's really good to hear that you're out, you're healthy, you're doing better, and you're actually moving again. When is it do you think you're going to be walking though?
January.
January, that's your goal?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good to hear. Do you have PT every day?
Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, and then I'm gonna start going with the trainer here. So probably every day.
Like the trainer here at the school?
Yeah.
What's keeping you so positive and motivated to continue with your physical therapy and continue to even have the idea that I want to play college ball still? What's keeping you so motivated?
Well, my dad be sending me these quotes on Instagram. I guess they help, but no, I'm playing. Sometimes, just the fact that I know that if I get better and I can still play, that's what keeps me going. Just knowing that I'm gonna still be able to play helps me keep going.
That's good.
That's good to hear, really. And just, again, glad we had you on the podcast today. It was awesome, It's awesome to get to hear from you and get everyone else to really hear from you, because I don't think you've talked to some people, but not everyone knows what happened. So now this will be able to let the world know you're okay, you're good, you're healthy, you're getting better, and just let you know what happened,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even think sometimes you realize yourself how many people are out there supporting you that don't even know you, but they know your name and they've seen you on the field and they have they're like fans, they
Yeah.
support you, they want the best for you. So when they see something traumatic happen like that, a lot of Eastwood alumni, the Eastwood community is very big and very strong. So there's a lot of people out there that I'm sure are wishing the best for you.
Yeah.
I actually, talking about that, yesterday I was at an informational event for the middle schoolers so they can choose their pathways.
Mm-hmm.
And when they were there, they were talking to me, and a lot of them were asking, what happened to 9? What happened to 9? Is 9 okay? And they were asking about you. They didn't know your name because, you don't really know the players' names, but you know them by their numbers. You know them by their faces and what happened,
Mm-hmm.
And you have a very memorable event,
Yeah.
So a lot of people were asking me, how are you doing? So if they're here watching, that's 9.
Yeah. Shout out to Eastwood Middle.
So yeah, they were really curious and wondering what happened and how you're doing. So you have people that you don't even know about,
Yeah.
caring for you.
It's good.
So to get into something a little more fun, did you have any pregame meals, pregame rituals, things that are you superstitious?
A little bit. Yeah.
A little bit? How so?
Well, we have Coach Lopez is always on schedule, so I started going with his schedule. But we do this thing called walk the field. I usually pray during that time. I'll get on a knee and I'll call my grandpa and he'll pray for me, and then we'll go back out. We'll start stretching, throw the ball with this guy.
Yeah.
And I stretch. So I stretch on the side of the field. My coach Hernandez comes out to me. He gives me the ball. I start throwing. Then I throw the ball with this guy. We go and we get ready, and then that's when everything starts happening.
Yeah.
Well, it's really good to hear. My producer Crab is actually telling us that there is time. It's time up. We don't have any more time. We have maybe 5 minutes left. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Again, thank you, Joe, for coming on. Really, we appreciate it. We're glad we got to hear from you.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, it was really, really cool. We want to thank you guys for tuning in again. This is El Paso's Finest Hour, the podcast. Our first episode was with Joseph Cox. We will have a next episode next Friday for you guys. So be tuned on that. See who we're going to have.
Subscribe and be tuning in for the Halloween episode.
Yeah, definitely subscribe. Halloween episodes. We'll have our Instagram on the bottom again. If you guys want to come on, you can always text us. We'll have QR codes and different stuff so you guys can stay in contact with us. And yeah. That's it. Thanks, Joseph. We really do appreciate it. And yeah, bye, guys.
Bye, guys.